Hello and welcome, beautiful Gemini people. Thank you for joining me. I'm Elle with your May 2021 Zodiac Wheel reading. And I'd like to thank Great Spirit, angels and guides and welcome them to this reading for guidance for Gemini for their highest good and for the good of all. Hey, so you've got a few that have come out here already, Gemini, so let's see what we've got here. Get them round the right way. Alright. Okay, so here in the first house area, your personality, your appearance, governs the head and face and physical characteristics. You have the Queen of Swords. This is an air sign quality. Gemini, Libra or Aquarius. This could be a significant female energy that you're dealing with, or it could be representing you yourself. Sorry, I've got something spilled there. Okay, so this card represents loyalty, especially to loved ones. And if it isn't resonating for something that you feel is symbolic of you, it is a significant person that brings change. A no-nonsense person, very savvy. Okay? And there's the giving and receiving of advice connected to that as well. The Emperor. Now the Emperor is definitely a very fiery person. It is an Aries card ultimately because it has got the Aries symbol there. And it's also the father figure. Now this is a sort of message of being careful, being a bit overcautious or not accepting responsibility, and a feeling of wanting to protect yourself or even controlling others. Okay, and being here in this area of your resources, your earning ability, your support system for survival, possessions. There's that energy of protectiveness involved with that, and being cautious of what you do with it. So there is that essence of being careful this month with your resources and your possessions. Okay. Now here is the card of rebirth. Now when this card of death appears in your spread, it is symbolic of events beyond your control that can steer you in a different direction, that can bring a new lifestyle change. So this is a message of letting you know the path you were on has ended in some way. But the sun is rising and there's a major turn in your life, and you will be breaking new ground. And it's in the area of communication, short distance travel, to do with your transportation, could be also the trade that you're in. It is an area that governs youth, speech and education, and it is also connected to your brothers and sisters and neighbourhood, and there could be a lot of mental activity going on there, you know, because your higher self is letting you know that even though things may seem to be out of your control, to sort of go with the flow a little bit there, because it is sort of wanting to show you this new direction that you can take. And that could be to do with, as I said, transport, siblings, or something going on in your neighbourhood. Two of Swords. Now here with the Two of Swords, you have wants and needs and desires and the struggle related to those three things. Do you follow your heart or your head in order to make a decision? So there is a decision here to be made, a choice to be made. We've all got choices in life, and you're being presented with one now, and it is to do with your home, your parents, and this is the foundation of the wheel, and it's really about, you know, your inner workings and your emotions and how you feel about this area of your life. Now, for some, you may be a farmer. For others, it may be to do with land and property, but a decision is needed to be made in that area of home. Judgment here is about redemption, release, transformation through continual cycle of change, awakening, forgiveness of yourself and of others that may have hurt you, letting go of all the negative emotion that is surrounding you and preventing your growth. So this is a Pluto ruled card, and it's here in the area of children, pleasures, hobbies, and it is an area that is good fortune related, and it is also where you can find your joy. So what or who have you been judging? Can you forgive them or forgive yourself? If you can't forgive others, then forgive yourself. Okay, this is about redemption. So it could be to do with one of your children, and it's also the area of the wheel that represents speculation, games, nobility and entertainment. Okay, so forgiveness has the healing power for your highest good, and if you hold on to those negative emotions that are surrounding you, it prevents that growth of healing and awakening. So find it within yourself to forgive, even if you may need to do some inner child work where you see yourself as a child self, and that way you can let that child self know that how loved they are now, and give them a hug and let them know that you will protect that inner child. And that's wonderful for healing. Like, what message as your adult self would you give your child self, and give your child self that through your inner child healing, which is wonderful to be done at night, just before you go to sleep, while you're relaxing. Now here in the area of your work and health, food and hygiene and working conditions, the Three of Pentacles has appeared for you. This is highlighting your creative talents and that can advance your career, and tackling things one thing at a time. And there is also a message with this card of necessary adjustments and a lucky break. So there could be a turning point here in your working life with this Three of Pentacles in here. Now, the area of your karmic debt or debt and your mind, body and well-being are all being affected here by that Three of Pentacles. The 3 vibration is connected to a time that you can expand, okay, because 3s are about growth and expansion. 10 of Wands, this is a message that in your partnerships you want to share the load, you want to delegate some of the burden and the responsibility that is yours fairly and evenly, because this area is about harmony and balance, and it's connected to the business side of things, as well as marriages, as well as open enemies, people that you may have, have as opponents. And the 7th house area also governs contracts and legal dealings. Okay, so you want to offload some of that burden that's connected to that, because it's like, why is this got to be so hard, and the day-to-day responsibilities that you're feeling like you're carrying. So you can reach out for help, either hire people, or if you're a bit pedantic, you might feel that you want to get it done right, and you've got to do it yourself. But it's still a message of wanting to share the load of the day-to-day responsibilities. And here you have Temperance, so I feel that there is that opportunity there to share the responsibilities quite balanced, in a balanced way, because the Temperance is a card of balance. Temperance is good luck, it's freedom, equilibrium, balance, adjusting to the highs and lows, and a time here of healing wounds and taking care of yourself. Wonderful. In the area of resources that you share with others, and you also had one of your other resources houses being shown here with the Emperor, where you were given the message of being cautious with and protecting yourself, whether it be your possessions or financial resources. So the Temperance here is taking care of yourself too, and healing wounds through this time, and thinking things through. Could also have that need to, want to have some time out once you've got that all sorted, but you are going to be able to get the balance by the looks of this. You're going to be able to hold on to your money and protect your possessions or your financial interests and bring about balance according to this. Then you have the King of Cups. Now he's a water sign, so Pisces, Scorpio or Cancer, and this is a message of being more drawn to the world of the arts and theatre and music. So a reality check may be necessary to check in with yourself. Wise counsel needs to be used, and being able to make effective decisions in all aspects of your life. Okay, so that's the message from the King of Cups. Now this is influencing the area of philosophy, law, religion, foreign affairs, travel, international travel, other cultures, and spirituality, and your dreams and visions and goals. This is sort of about your perspective area and your goal, and where you're wanting all of this to take you is being represented here through this King of Cups. So he is also about helping others with their problems. So this can also be a person, this King of Cups, that you're wanting to help with their problems, or an event, or reaching out for some sound advice, give or taking sound advice, dealing with open enemies, overcoming a challenge, or helping someone else with their problems. So this is still ahead of you, and it is one of your goals, and it's where you're going to sort of adjust some of your perspective of things, and you may need to do some forgiveness and not judge others too harshly, because you've not walked in their shoes, kind of thing. Or you may be able to really understand an other's plight because of a similar experience, so then you'd be able to really give good advice and good counsel. In your career, you have the Seven of Wands. This is your social status, your reputation up here in the zenith of the wheel. It's your karmic reward, and it governs parents, governments, promotions, and your highest achievements. Now, with the Seven of Wands, this is a message of not giving up. There is a feeling with it of competition, so you may be feeling like you've got to compete in some way, and it's also a message of that you won't go down in flames. The Seven of Wands' is main aim is to become king of the mountain, but you need to manage your time wisely. And with strength right next to it, I feel that you will be able to manage your time wisely, and very probable that that ambition of yours to be the king of the mountain will be realised, because this strength card shows that you're not going to give up on what you can personally achieve. So this is in the area of hopes and wishes, long-term objectives. Again, it's a future area. This is where you're aiming for. This is what your long-term objectives are. And it's also about how well you can manifest your desires or wishes, hopes and wishes. And it's the love you receive too. So you are going to definitely be feeling very loved, and with that Leo energy in that strength card, I feel others will be declaring their love for you as well, whether they're friends or from the friendship group. So feeling a whole lot of love there, Gemini. And lovely Seven of Pentacles. This is always a good sign. It's a good sign that you have choice in business, and you're got so many options and choice of direction. And we all have choice. We all have the free will to make a choice. It depends on whether we make a sensible choice or a irresponsible choice, to whether or not what consequences we deal with. So this is in your subconscious. So this is, your thought process. What you think is what you get. So this is about contemplating and evaluating and believing in your dreams. Okay, so the Seven of Pentacles is definitely a good sign financially. So, you know, you're thinking abundance, you're thinking wealth, your thought process and affirmations are along the lines of I am a money magnet, or money flows to me easily and effortlessly. That kind of thing. You can elaborate different ones for yourself with that, and you're contemplating your next move financially. Okay, so now I'll just ask for Gemini's guardian angel here through May. Who's looking out for you, Gemini, and who can Gemini ask for guidance, help, or a sign? And you have the angel of encouragement. Lovely. So this is number 11. And again, it's got that competition feel to it. So I do feel there is some sort of competitive streak being shown to you here through May. And good chance that you're going to come through triumphant, with the angel of encouragement there to give you signs and help you through that. Okay, so, and your other angel message is meditation brings awareness. Very good. So I do feel that that is also connected to this contemplation here of choices that you've got to make in business. Wise choices to be made. So that's part 1 there for you, Gemini. So part 2, I'll start with the major planets and where they are first, okay? So first off, we've got Pluto. Now Pluto is over here for Gemini in the 8th house. Pluto is still in Capricorn. For those of you that are following your zodiac wheel, you already know that. For those of you that are new, please do subscribe and you won't miss any future updates. Now, Pluto is the restorer of life. And Pluto went retrograde, so went sort of backwards on the 23rd of April. So when it's in Capricorn, it's about work, and I feel this retrograde motion is going to bring about more jobs and work for transformation. So a good time to work on your resumes and get ready for putting your best foot forward, because this Pluto retrograde is really going to arouse your ambitions. Okay? Now there is a labyrinth of subjects connected to Pluto as well. Very scorpionic energy, and being here in the 8th house is a very scorpion energy connected to that. Now with Pluto retrograde, it is a time of gradual assimilation, which is a period of newly discovered resources and adjustments. So it's also a time of requiring strength, courage and development for new skills, because a new way is opening up. Okay? So if you're having trouble sort of finding that new way, you can ask a psychic, a medium and an astrologer to help you by doing a reading for you. Someone like me. You can contact me and I will assist you with that. Okay? Now, Pluto is in the area of your resources that you share with others, your legacies, inheritances, rebirth, loans, taxes, insurance, So it's affecting all that. So it's a labyrinth of things that are being restored. Some of the biggest changes of transformation are taking place connected with some of those things. It's a true area of rebirth and getting right to the bottom and getting to the crux of the matter. Then Saturn is here. These are the big generational planets, and they're very slow moving. So Saturn is here in the 9th house, the Lord of Karma. And this is about setting and what you want to achieve, setting your goals. While Saturn is in this 9th house, it's the timing's right. You may even have to sort of do a bit of a reality check. The influence of that there. Influencing law, legal affairs, religion, philosophy, higher education, spirituality, and the future. So you're setting some goals that you want to achieve that are going to give you security in your life. And there's a need there also for establishing some sort of justice out of it all. Then Jupiter here, expanding in influence on the career and the zenith of the wheel, your reputation, social status, governing parents and governments and promotions. And Jupiter is the Lord of Abundance. And Jupiter will be moving out of Aquarius, where it's been for the past year, into Pisces. The 13th of May, Greenwich Mean Time, or the 14th of May, Australian time. So this is going to give you a little peek into the Piscean frequency until the 29th of July. So it is beneficial for water signs, especially Pisces, sun, moon or rising in particular. So check those out if you know what your sun, moon or rising are. The Pisces energy will be very heightened beneficially by this Jupiter influence. Okay, and so this Jupiter in Pisces does help that mystical side of things and gives you a bit more easier connection, like the conduit for sending and receiving healing for yourself and the world and planet at large. It flows easier at this time with Jupiter in Pluto. So visualize the healing for yourself, visualizing exquisite healing for the planet and the world, and you can do this through your dreams and your psyche, which will also be heightened. So you probably need your dream journal ready over these next couple of months, because there could be some very powerful messages being relayed to you through your dreams. I had an amazing dream last night actually, and I'm sure it was black. Wherever I was, it was black, but it was all lined with gold. So it wasn't a silver lining, it was a golden lining, and it was brilliant, beautiful gold. So it was really, really stuck with me. Now Neptune is also in the 10th house in Pisces. So this is one of the really big generational planets, a very slow moving planet. And Neptune has been in Pisces for quite a while. So really Neptune should be behind, Neptune should go first. So yeah, so Neptune's energy in Pisces could heighten your interest in spiritual and metaphysical work, inner child work, that we were talking about before, where there may be need for some forgiveness, And also it's wonderful for your psychic abilities and your beliefs systems, and your intuition and sensitivities are really important now. Now Neptune also rules all fluids. Neptune represents the cosmic sea. Okay, so there could be more rain or something to do with fluids. It is in the outer world. This is the outer world area that you deal with, your career, your social status, your reputation, as well as the world at large. Uranus is here in the area of your subconscious. So Uranus energy is scientific, it's glamour, it's about the truth, freedom, and it's about a quantum step forward. Okay, and it's got a message with it of the truth will set you free. Now, Uranus is the planet of freedom and liberation and technology. It brings radical change, sudden events, surprises, and sometimes shock, like earth disturbances and electromagnetic energy. So you could feel like, you know, you're getting zapped when you touch things and things like that. Or your electricity itself might be playing up. Now, I always have found that, and I was told very, very long time ago when I was first embarking on this journey, spiritual journey, mystical journey, that when your lights or electricity plays up or you know, something blows, your kettle blows or a light bulb blows, it's because your frequency has lifted so high that you're tuning in and you're sort of affecting all the other appliances in your house, kind of thing. So that's your electromagnetic field. So all of that is heightened with Uranus there in that 12th house too. And in the subconscious, that which is hidden and behind the scenes. It's also a psychic area, and it governs institutions like hospitals or prisons, and it's the area where you're searching for that self-renewal. Now Uranus is in Taurus. This is the house of Taurus for you, which is beautifully represented here by financial contemplation. So and what you've gained and what you've achieved and where to from here, that Taurian energy that loves that kind of thing. And the Taurus energy in this house also loves nature, the rhythms of nature. Natural law is also very symbolic with the Taurus energy in the 12th house. So let me know what you observe with that, Gemini, but I do feel that maybe you're going to be more aware of how connected you are to the planet than you thought. Okay? If you're needing that healing, then the sense of touch is very acute also with this Uranus in Taurus, so it's a wonderful time to get out into the bush or into the forests, hug trees, talk to the plants, really connect with the animal kingdom, that kind of thing. And you can do that quietly behind the scenes as well, which will go beautifully with that 12th house energy. So then we get into the inner planets, and these are more personal, fast-moving planets that affect your inner life. So the Sun is in Gemini. Now the Sun moves into Gemini on the 21st of May. So this is a time when your attention turns towards your appearance, your physical being, head and face, your immediate surroundings, and increasing your interactions. Could be with relatives, could be also business or associates or friends, your everyday dealings. And sometimes it's really good to be a passive agent in communication. So that is actually listening to what other people are saying. But it's also a time when the sun moves into this area that of Gemini, that the tempo of life accelerates. Mercury moved into Gemini on the 4th of May. So your communication and conversation abilities can pick up. You can really be a fast talker. You can get your point across and really enjoy that that conversation, or collecting knowledge and data. For those of you that maybe want to publish books or buy a book to read, books and letters and magazines are all highlighted, computers, anything else that helps you to learn and communicate and in effect grow is all highlighted with Mercury moving into Gemini, which is your first house, again about your appearance, your physical characteristics, your behaviour, and it rules the head and the face. So a time of the year here for clear thinking and making yourself quite clear. Now on the 30th of May, Mercury turns retrograde. Okay, so write that down. The 30th of May is significant. And the essence of Mercury retrograde is the trickster, also the healer, because it's serendipitous energy attached to it. So annoying mishaps may thwart what you have willed or what your will is wanting, but in effect it's sort of healing something for you. So see what that brings for you. So something that you may have something to do with your head or your face that has been in some way wounded or isn't quite right. That could be the mishap, and this Mercury retrograde is going to go a long way to, at the very least, getting a lot of information of how to heal that and have some success with healing that. And Venus moving into Gemini on the 9th of May will back that up. So this energy of Venus in Gemini is making your everyday activities more pleasant, and it's a time when you love socializing and talking to people, and the Venus frequency here is only interested in the pleasures of life. Not interested in discussing serious stuff, okay? So you really want to enjoy yourself. So you want to look your best, put your best foot forward, and take this opportunity to discover the enormous amount of love in your life. You want to beautify your surroundings. You want to be able to enjoy art and artistic activities in your environment. There's even short drives out into the country or scenery, especially with that Mercury there, because Mercury is also the ruler of short distance travel and transport, your car or mode of vehicle that you get around in. And if you get the time to get out into the somewhere pleasant, whether it's an art gallery or just a drive in the country, you'll benefit from it tremendously, especially if you can really get out and embrace hugging the tree and trees, and really using that sense of touch with nature to lift your vibration and lift that frequency. Now Mars is here in the area of your resources and your earning ability. Now Mars went into Cancer on the 23rd of April and is there until the 12th of June. So from the 23rd of April to the 12th of June, Mars is in Cancer. So it's important through that time to remain conscious of what you were doing. The key words for Mars in Cancer is irritability and pettiness, so be careful of that. But it's a good energy to have here because you can accomplish a great deal around the home. Now, others in your home could have a different point of view of what you want to accomplish. So that can be a little bit difficult because then you've got to sort of try and navigate around to avoid argument or conflict. Now you may find that that's because you're still living with your parents and you want something moved or something and they don't. So they, living with parents can be difficult with Mars in Cancer, and those of you that have got land or property, this could also bring up some disputes over that. But antidote for that is trust your instincts on a professional level, and it is probably a good idea, the best you can, to keep a low profile until this transit is over. So because then after the 12th of June the Mars transit is followed by a very favourable one for you Gemini. Okay, because then it moves into Leo. So is that you don't want to be fighting about something you don't even fully understand yourself, even though you will want to go in to help with causes that you feel strongly about, okay? Because your self-motivation is strong. So just be aware of that with Mars energy there in that second house. Now, the moon. The full moon is in Sagittarius on the 26th of May, Australian Eastern Standard Time, and the full moon is a time of culmination and peak energy. And it can even bring about reasons to celebrate and things blossoming. It has an emotional need for adventure and independence attached to it. And it is also an instinctual urge for travel and exploring. So that might be why I feel that it'd be really good to get out into the bush or into the forest and really commune in nature and enjoy the scenery. Okay? Because exploring is one of the highest energies of the moon in Sagittarius, especially being eclipsed, so which will last for weeks, if not months, into the future. So that's also quite exciting because it's a sign that there will be opportunities for people to get out and really take in the world around them on a more optimistic, philosophical perspective. And now the travel can be beneficial for you. You don't have to do anything radical, just some time out from any routine that you've gotten a bit bored with. For others, it's a wonderful time to study as well, and maybe it's a mental journey that is favoured here. Ideas and concepts are revolutionary and liberating and can give you the excitement that you might crave in your partnerships, whether they're business or marriage partnerships. So getting out of your bubble, you might meet new friends that in some way come from some sort of a different background, could even be from a foreign culture, but this is also highlighting that Sagittarius urge for adventure, so to speak. So that's there in that 12th house. Now the new moon is on the 12th of May, so the solar eclipse full moon is at the 26th of May. The new moon is the 12th of May, and that is a time where we set our intentions, and it is a very earthy moon because the new moon is in Taurus. So it is not the greatest time to spend money, but it's a really good time to save money. And you may find that you are a little bit more possessive over your material objects and enjoy being surrounded by what's familiar. Okay, so that's the planetary placements for you, Gemini. So now I will just ask for your confirmation card for May for Gemini. There we go. Okay, you got 2, Gemini. Typical. Gemini is 2, isn't it? Everything comes in 2s. The Gemini energy, there's always, to accompany something good, there'll be something challenging. Because I don't really think that it necessarily needs to be good and bad. Okay, so there's the high vibration frequency and the lower vibration frequency, so dealing with both of those. And you have dolphin medicine here. So Prince of Spring, passionate, characteristic, confident, restless. Dolphin. An opportunity arises that needs your attention right away. Moving quickly is important, yet there's nothing you can't handle if you follow your inner guidance. Okay, lovely. And the next one, so you've got the Prince of Spring and you've got the Prince of Autumn. So these are the equinoxes. So the Prince of Autumn is trustworthy, dedicated, protective and funny. And your animal medicine is seahorse. And it's important to make a detailed plan before starting any new endeavour. Once you have that plan in place, then you can take immediate action and get as much accomplished as possible. Well, that's your confirmation of the whole reading, Gemini. So thank you so much for joining me, Gemini. For those of you that want to look further into your reading, please do check the description box below with my contact details, and don't forget to press the subscribe button for all the new viewers. And until next time, many blessings to you all, Geminis. Namaste.